Welcome back to another guys, Snow here, and today we'll be looking at Jetavie Daybreak. She's an A rank dark attacker, and for those who know, she, for A ranks, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. Jetavie is really a good option if you don't have Lamia, so I'll just be going through a kit and showing you how to play as her. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Jetavie is an A rank that has fixed orbs, and that means you can't change the orbs. It's only 3 and you just have to use those 3. So what you be doing with her is that when you swap into her, you just hold yellow, and then after that your ultimate will trigger, or your core passive. After that, press it, and then when you're in the second form, just hold red until your meter bar is full, let go, and you should have enough to do your ultimate. So you just have to spam it like a couple times. There you go. And then you press your ult. So that's pretty much all to her kit, and her blue orb just gives her a teleportation animation, and her yellow orb just does that. You can hold it, so there's like different forms. So that is normal when you press yellow orb, and this is when you hold the yellow orb, and that fills up your core passive to enter the first ultimate. So she has like this other interesting mechanic that basically when you hold yellow and you're charging, when the enemy attacks, she's gonna dodge automatically to continue charging up the move. And then when she gets that dodge off, that auto dodge off, when she consumes stamina, you do get damage buff from that. So you might want to keep that in mind during battle if you want to utilize that as well, just to get like that little bit of damage bonus. But that's pretty much how you play as her. So when it comes to her rotations, it would just be swap into her, hold yellow, make sure the bar is full, press first ultimate, and then just hold red orb, make sure that the meter bar is full, and then do it again. Also, you can use Cotty. I'll show you the difference between the Cotty build and her main build, but you get faster charge up when you're using the Cotty build, and I would recommend people to use that because it's just better if you're a new player and you're trying to use it as your main DPS. So if you want to just spam ultimate, I'd recommend going for Cotty instead of Darwin, because Darwin is just damage bonus on the orb, which is good, but I'd imagine most people will be trying to do rotations with her, and if you really want to be able to do that without not breaking a sweat, I would recommend the Cotty build. So yeah, so you just have to hold, and then once it's full, you press your ultimate. Now for the ignition, hold the yellow, press alt, and when you're charging the red orb, halfway stop. So stop halfway, and that will trigger the ignition, and once it's full, you just press your second orb. So first orb, first rotation, fill it up all the way to do normal dark damage. Second rotation, which is the ignition rotation, hold until the meter bar is halfway, and then you can just press your second orb. That's pretty much how you play as Jetavie. Okay, so this is the Cotty build, and as you can see off the bat, you get like 20% what's it called, core passive fill. So if you don't have the 6-star weapon, you can use the Cotty build to to compensate for the lack of quicker ultimate. So just honestly, for the new players that want to use it as a main DPS, just use Cotty, because you get damage bonus for the ultimate, and you get quicker ultimate as well. So if you want to do like rotations quicker, even with a 5-star weapon, so you can use that. So just hold twice, hold again. You see it's way quicker than the one I had before, than the Darwin build. And then this one you just have to hold twice, just have to hold another one again, and then you pretty much have your ult. Whereas the other one I had to hold like 3 times. With Darwin one, you have to do it like 3 times if you just have like the base stuff without the weapon, without the 6-star weapon. So I would recommend using the Cotty build if you can, if you don't have the 6-star weapon, just to balance things out. So that's pretty much how to play as Jetavie. Now moving on to her main build. She has two builds, and her main build is the one with Darwin, 2 set piece Darwin at the top. So her main build would be Darwin, 2 set piece at the top, you know, left and right row, and then Battlon for, you know, the rest of the four set piece. And for resonance, you just go upper resonance, just go attacking HP, ignore the attacking crit. I'm still trying to fix mine. And for the bottom row, go for core passive. That's what you need. Core passive is where she gets the damage from, so go for core passive. Only have one skill class, but ignore that. And then for the second build, which I would recommend for newer players, is 2 set piece core E at the top. The reason is, if you don't have, I'd imagine, you know, obviously most people wouldn't have the 6-star weapon, so, and plus she's an A rank, so I understand why. Basically, core E will let her use less orbs in rotations to fill up her core passive quicker, so you can do your first ultimate and your second ultimate quicker, so that everything is like a bit smoother for you during rotations. So as long as you just harmonize core passive here, you should be able to do even like 1 orb, so you can just trigger the ultimate quicker. But that's pretty much all like there is to the build, nothing crazy. And if you guys are going to be using the 6-star weapon, go for deadline timing, incandescence, and glorious afterglow. Those are the top 3, but the one that you're going to need the most is deadline timing, obviously at the top. But realistically, you don't need it since she's not going to be doing that much on field. But obviously you can use it, so really depends on how you want to play her. So the main premium team would be Jetavie Daybreak, Lilith, and Carolina. That will be your main team that you're looking for, obviously with Lilith being the main damage DPS. So yeah, you can have Jetavie as a QTE bot as well if you want. I'll leave her build on screen. I'll leave her build on screen for the QTE bot. And for the budget team would be Jetavie Daybreak as your main attacker, Vera Rosen as your support / healer / amplifier, and then you have number 21 as your, you know, as your tank basically. This will be your budget team. As for your ignition team, Nanami, it will be Nanami, Jetavie, and Vera. Vera is not out yet and should be out in like a couple of days, so you just might have to wait. But yeah, this will be the ignition team. So with that being said, that's pretty much everything for Jetavie Daybreak. So yeah, hope this was helpful to you guys. If you have any other question, just ping me in the comments. I'll be there, I'll be lurking. But you know, you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, I guess. Peace out.